when he was born, he was fine and he marked his milestones very well, the initial milestones from birth. I think the major milestone that signaled a challenge was when he spoke, he said some words, one word, just one word, at about a year, and then shortly thereafter, he didn't go beyond that. Being the first child, you realize, oh, this child is not talking, what's the problem? He can follow adverts, he can sing, but he's not talking. So I would say speech is what really signaled the fact that there was something to think about. And that's when we began thinking and asking ourselves what the problem could be, who could resolve it. And that's when we went to see, I think in the initial days, we went to see the speech therapist. Then they realized actually the signals were going to the brain, meaning he would speak at a later point, that he just delayed and he would speak later on. So then they advised that we wait for the time he will speak, and that allow him to learn one language at a time and not expose him to many languages, so that he moves from one then gets into another. And that's what we did.
Yeah.
My name is Jane Mwendwa Alex. A mother of 4, and blessed with the last one is autistic or a genius. Unfortunately, the journey has been hard because I sank into depression. I was in denial. I refused to accept that there is a big problem. Of course, there is nothing to accept. The pain is real. So you cry whenever you can. But one thing I learned along the way is you have to fight. You have to fight because you're not just fighting for you. You're fighting for the little one, and as well, you're fighting for the other children. We talk about autism as, I would just describe it as simple as a neuro disorder. It is not a mental disorder. It's where our children see life differently, slightly the gray and white, not black and white.
Initially they said ADHD, so that's attention deficiency hyperactivity disorder. Yeah. But when we came on later on, we have all these advanced technologies assessing people's brains, and we ended up with mild autism.
So we say a person has mild autism if a person presents mild challenges with speech and language skills, social interaction, and sometimes experiences challenges with flexibility of thought and behavior. That means that they want things to be done in a particular way, and in most cases, their way. They have speech. Most people with mild autism have speech, and they communicate. But sometimes their communication is skewed on one direction. Maybe talking about specific things that they like, or sometimes they know certain topics and they just want to talk about that over a period of time. In terms of social interaction, they're social again. People with mild autism will engage in social interaction, but when you closely monitor their social interaction, you find that they have gaps. There are certain gaps in terms of initiating social interaction, joining in, following rules and instructions. There are those gaps. And sometimes it can take a long time before they are identified, because they tend to fit in the society, but you get mild gaps here and there.
I just want to know your name, what you do, and where you reside. Yeah. Yes, everything else.
It's weird.
Mm-hmm.
You didn't watch me eat.
What you eat?
Maybe you should take her a cup of tea.
Yeah?
Take a little.
Oh, I take a cup of tea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that you're not just looking at me.
Oh, not just looking at you.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, because it's weird.
Yes.
Oh, and embarrassing.
Yes, I'm eating and you're just looking at. I look like.
You look like
a selfish glutton.
Oh, like a selfish glutton.
Yes.
Oh, to you. Or to you, how would you look like a selfish glutton?
When I'm eating, I'm not even sharing.
You're sharing, yes. Oh, because that's how you have tea with someone when you meet outside.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's called having a date.
Their parents would hide these guys. They would just or flog them, or or dump them in some school somewhere, some institution. We decided, no, we're staying with this guy. Let people understand him, and whoever needs explanation as to this guy, we can always sit down and have a discussion.
You can never choose a child, and you can never choose your parents. Yeah. So I did not have a choice. I did not go and make a decision. Now I'm ready for baby Ivan. So someone not able to really be a bit sympathetic, that's a journey. It's a very personal journey because you can never understand the pain of having a special child until the day you have one. So when people are more clear, when people think that you have spoiled a child, when people think as a mother I failed, when people think it's because I was busy doing other things, it's very difficult. It's the most painful. As soon as I heard the words people have used, I was able to accept that some people are meant to be in my life for a while. So it was just time for them to leave, and they left. And I'm happy they did. That one I never negotiate. Anything that has to come, actually not just to baby Ivan, even when I'm talking about other children, because I can never make a choice of the child that I've born. I can just try as much. So there are days you crash. Yeah, there are days you come and you just want to cry. And I cry a lot. And that heals me a lot. And then also, I talk a lot with my children, because I want them to be psychologically ready, for them to know how the society is going to handle their brother. So I keep on telling them, oh, we went to this place. Like we went to a matatu the other day, we are seated, and my baby, of course, is a bit verbal, and you could just tell the way people are staring. Being human, you feel pain. And unfortunately, you cannot go explaining to everyone your situation. So you can only hold yourself so much, heal yourself. You just put your self-esteem up there and tell yourself this is a gift from God. It is what it is.
As we all know, he's autistic, but he's very friendly. But when it comes to disturbing him, it isn't very good. Yeah, we are friends with him, but not that much. We fight sometimes just like siblings do.
I tell you something.
Your friends.
We now interested him to go into there's a college around the corner which is a hospitality college, and so we've taken him there. They've just done a course in pastry, and we are thinking in the new year he could do other courses. And what informs that is that we think that in future we could utilize those skills because they are very practical.
I bake different kinds of cakes, and apart from cakes, I also bake donuts. What I can tell about baking is that baking is also enjoyable for me, but it's not easy as usual, and I sometimes struggle.
We thought that whatever else we do, we also look at his future. Where is this guy going to be in our absence? What could he do? So if we can establish the place to be the kind of place he can go and sit and he can be assigned duties, make some pastry, fry this, or, we have guests who want, he can be able to do those kind of things. He's already good in IT, he can manipulate it. It's just that we can't say he has special interest in it, but if you found him idle here, he would be doing some things on the laptop,
Okay, to be a baker, to start my own business, my own bakery.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah. Yes, but before that, I also planned to be an economist, to study economics. What changed? Okay, it's because the way I didn't succeed.
Majority of people with mild autism will be able to go through their education quite well if they get support. And as I mentioned, that majority of them tend to have a good level of intelligence. They are likely to do well in their studies and get into certain professions. Interestingly, a big number of autism prefer engineering courses. So IT like courses of mechanical engineering, agricultural engineering, anything to do with technology. They are gurus in technology. They are the best. If you get a photographer who has autism, you'll have the best photographer.
Okay, what I can tell about me liking photos and videos is that I just take videos anytime, like in church when there is praise, because for our church is lively, and it is fun. I enjoy taking videos so that I keep them and also send them to people.
Parents have to monitor their kids from the very early ages, see how, if you suspect there is something out of the normal from other kids that age, please run and just have that early intervention done.
So for mild autism, as they grow up, then the burden starts lightening up, becomes a little bit light. But if early intervention was not done, it becomes even more complicated as they grow up. That means that you need to work closely with maybe a speech therapist. If there's language-related issues, you need to work closely with an occupational therapist. But the most important thing in early years is usually play.
The major characteristics of this boy is...
Hi, baby.
No, ABC. What?
Apple. Alligator. Meow. Bus.
Here. Go sit over there. The major ones are tiptoeing, the violence. They're very violent, but violence, that one I can tell you for free that it's just because he's looking for attention. He's trying to communicate. It's just a means of communication. So whenever you see your child is trying so hard to be violent with you, go to his level, hold him, show him a lot of attention and love. Try to understand where he's coming from. You always get information. Yes, I am not 100%, but at least on that part, I know it's a win-win. Okay. The jumpy, also you can calm it down by allowing the baby to just go out. Let him be outdoors. Yes, that one helps. Yes, and of course the therapist. I keep on advocating for the therapist.
Engage the child in a lot of play to develop language skills, to develop social interaction, to develop their emotional skills, to develop their pre-academic problem-solving skills. So a lot of play. Cut down on TV. So nowadays, and caregivers are also busy, and therefore they leave children watching TV or playing with phones, and then they do not develop certain skills. So cut down on screen and let your child focus more on social interaction.
Yeah, what we know is really bad on him is the soda, the cakes, because now the sugars are too high. He does not take tea, so he doesn't do sugar. So of course, he loves candy. You'll give him that candy and you'll see he's on the high notch. He's hyper, like any other child. So nothing much to really worry about. But the key word is try and identify what works for your baby. Yes, but it is very expensive. Of course, as Esther Wahome was saying, the system, the international system is the easiest. The British system is very easy for them. So that one always is very scary. As I walk this journey, I'm very scared. But I always say the same God who gave us this boy, the same God will provide when that time comes. But for now, he's doing well. The squeezing is very good. He's loved there. He's really appreciated over there. Don't take the children to a special school because it will worsen the situation. These kids can learn. They'll learn from the other children. They'll pick they will fight for their lives and they will be fine. Yeah. Yes, I know it might not be 100, but I really know that if you take your child to a normal school, that child is in a good space.
Juice or coffee? Okay, me, I like juice.
We didn't have a moment we were in denial because maybe it's the way we realized that there's a challenge. We said, okay, this is what God has given us.
Yeah.
We didn't ask, we don't know, but we'll do our best. Whatever He puts in our hands, we'll do our best
Yeah,
to
the
ensure that
purpose for
this
planting
child,
him right
yes,
here.
that this child
Yeah.
is well taken care of. And
Yeah.
that's what we've done.
With a smile on your face as you cry. Cry as you go for the therapist. Cry there, but you're still helping your child. Do not try and cry and forget what is important. You need to save your child. Yes, you need to save your child. The world is cruel, the world is rude, the world has not accepted our children, so it is upon you to make a choice. To be crying, to feel sorry for yourself, please do. It is important. Feel bad, cry, scream, shout, do everything that you can. But as you do that, still carry your baby and take them for the help that they need, and that is therapy.
Who is closer to baby Ivan, you or Natalia?
Natalia.
How did you take it when you heard that baby Ivan is autistic? Does it trouble you?
No. I just love how God created my family, and I don't have any trouble with my family. Even if we argue, we disagree, I'm still happy with my family.